Hello, it is me, Anime Wait or Wait Anime, and I'm here to bring you part 7 of What If Deku had was Spider-Man. Yeah, that. I forgot the title. A couple things to say. I have a feeling this will go up before the other video, so, as you all know, I've been having issues with my editing software. See, after my old one crashed and my other video um, corrupted and it wouldn't post and it just wouldn't do anything. The audio and everything messed up. Uh, this one, I don't know what's wrong, but my it's not showing up. But anyways, uh, I didn't pull it up. I forgot to pull it up, but that's fine. Uh, for the fans of What If Asta had Demon Soul Magic, I am terribly sorry. I don't know what's happening. Hold on, let me pull this up for y'all. If you're playing a game, please look. See, it's waiting. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I need help. If you all know anything, any thing to do to help me with this, it already is done. Like it's already uploaded. Like it did the whole entire 100% thing. Because I watched it do it, and then it came up with this. I don't know what's happening. It's been like this for 2 days. I need help. I don't know what's is up with that series, but it's garbage at the moment. But yeah. Anyways, echoey. I know it's gonna be echoey because I'm in my other recording place. Because it was raining. That's a car. Those are my bones. But anyways, today we're going over the overhaul arc. At least that's what I call it, because I don't know how to say the other thing. Anyways, so we are also. Well, actually, I don't need to explain that. So Midoriya will get into uh Night Eyes thing, right? Okay, uh, that's just given. That's a cow, if you can hear that. So what happens? Okay, I need to spit this out. Hold on. BRB. Okay, sorry. I was chewing gum. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this just right away. Uh, Izuku is in the classroom with all of his other classmates. Right. Shinso is also there because of reasons. Uh, Ida can't be hero anymore. Okay, because of Stain. Right. I went into that previous parts in a previous part. Right. So here's what happens. They're in the classroom. Uh, and then their Aizawa is teaching, and then about mid time in the like homeroom period, uh, Aizawa would say, Alright, I got something to say. Uh, I'm gonna introduce you all to three people that you may or may not know by now. They're the big three of UA. And then three people would walk into the class, one being Mirio Togata, the second one being Tamaki Amagi. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Amagichi. Tamaki Amagichi. Amakiki? Tamaki. And Nejire Hado. Okay. And then after they would introduce herself, Nejire would just go walking around, just talking, like, "Oh, wait, hey, why are you wearing that mask? Are you ugly? Huh? Ooh, does that have to do with your quirk?" Now, given this is to Shoji at the very moment, what about you? What about you? Is this supposed to be your quirk? Are you ugly too? I got a question. Answer. She would go on this blambering turn, right? And Midori would say, or Izuku would say, "I don't think I'm that ugly. I guess. I mean, given I mean, I can show you. Everyone's here's seen it. I mean, it doesn't really matter." And he would take off. Midori would Izuku, good lord, would take off his mask, and Nigeria would be like, "What? Whoa! You look exactly the same, except for the three dimples on your face. That's it. You two are like carbon copies." Yeah, yeah. And Izuku would say in his head, "Probably because we are, but that doesn't mean anything." Wait, do you two have the same quirk? Does Boom Boom Boy has? Do you two have the same quirk? No, no, we don't. We don't have the same quirk. I am basically a spider, just without the whole entire the hetero whatever thing. I don't. I'm not. Well, as you can see, I also don't have multiple limbs. So I just as he would stand up and then put his hand on the desk as he would pick it up without like moving a finger as he would set it down and then it would unstick. See, I can stick to walls. Wait a second. Could you technically stick that to anything? Yeah, I know you're gonna ask. I can stick to people. It's not pleasant, especially if. Actually, never mind. I'm not talking about that. Uh, anyways, I'm putting my mask back on. I don't like when people stare at me. Everyone's staring at me. Whoa, you are like exactly like Tamaki. He doesn't like when anybody's staring at him either. Well, nobody really does because he gives him like a stink eye. He's really scary when he wants to. I don't believe that. He looks like a puppy, honestly. You know, I've made that comparison too, but nobody listens to me. Whoa, you're listening. Can you read my mind? No, I can't. This is entertaining, though. This is a very entertaining conversation, Bakugo. Katsuki. Wait a second, his name's Katsuki? Like a cat? Yeah, but he acts more like a Pomeranian, honestly. You know, I see that. I really see that. And Bakugo would start to fume. Like, he would start to fume. He would be so pissed. Like, I don't. I'm. Shut it, Spider Boy. Hey, My hero name is Spider-Man. You know, actually, I don't know my hero. I actually know it's a Scarlet Spider. Yeah, I don't get why the guy recording this named it. What if Deku was a Spider-Man? Was Spider-Man? It's really confusing, honestly. What? Oh, you don't get the fourth wall break? I'm so confused. Manima, you really get it. Yeah, here soon there should be a where we can't physically see the fourth another wall. Like currently right behind you. We can't see out the window because it's not real. But Aoyama, please stop breaking the fourth wall. But you just did it, Monsieur. I know, but I'm the main character. Okay, you all are side characters. Personally, if I was creator of this, I'd make me reveal every secret I could, but I'm not. Malimua, I already know all your secrets, you're a... Okay, shut up before I put a hole in your chest. Anyways, yeah, that fourth wall break. Anyways, and then, blah blah blah, they fight Mario. Oh god. I mean, like, they're all screwed. Honestly, they're all quite screwed with this. Midoriya does get some good hits. He does web them, right? But then the web just goes, well, it falls. And Midoriya would say, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" What the hell? I'm done. Nope. Nope. My idea failed. See ya. I mean, given I wouldn't do this against a real villain, but Jesus Christ, those villains are stupid until you. I don't don't so fuck. Not fighting him. I don't care if I lose to another hero, but not doing it. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. As he would just walk over to the wall and just would jump up, sit down. He's sitting down on a wall, and he's currently like kind of what you see in the picture, just like crouching down on the wall. Nejire would run over and like, oh my god, pick me up, uppies. Oh, okay. He would pick her up. Whee! Can't you fly? Yeah, but I can't fly for long. Like right now, I could fly a while, but I don't want to. You confuse me greatly. I know I do that to a lot of people. Now I'm gonna time skip. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna time skip a really long time. Uh, like a long time. Like so long, in fact, that I'm sorry, that was probably annoying. Probably too loud too. Probably was. Probably really annoying. Like a long time. We can see Midoriya in a group of a bunch of heroes, right? In so many, and police officers, whatever, right? A guy out front would say, "We have a warrant to take you all down. This is your only chance to come out with your hands up," right? And he would say that a couple of times here and there. And then Big Guy would, and then Midoriya would be straight in, like he would be boom straight at him, like webbing him in the face, swinging around, trying to like just shooting webs, spread shot, like to trap his arms together. He's using his web wire for keeping his arms together, right? And then he would land out front. This guy would somehow reach his hands up. It's like handcuffs, is how Midoriya has his like hands trapped, basically. Right, they're together, but he can still move his fingers. He would reach up to his face, rip him off, and he would yell out, "Oh, you're dead, kid!" As he would like bring both hands down on top of Midoriya, which Midoriya would be there like, "Yeah, no, yeah, see, I was gonna hold back against like the smaller guys, but you're not small. You seem real important." So he would just be standing there, just with one hand, just holding this massive man, just like how he would be crushed. But here's the thing: he does get like pushed into the ground, like with how much force there was with that attack. But that's it. That's the only like really like he does feel it go through his body. He just holds it so he doesn't get hit to the ground, right? So he would throw it back up, his hands would go up, Midori would jump up in the air, uh, like in Star Wars, you know what I'm talking about? How it, whip, he would go around his legs, he'd start to, with normal webs, not with web wire, but he would start to trap his legs. Yeah, he would rip out of them as he would try to bring both hands down again. Midori would dodge. Web up again, web his face again, and he would end up on top of his head, right? As he would say, Venom Point, as he would bring up both stingers with poison on it, as he would bring it up and then put it like in his shoulder. As he would web it out, he would run over to the other shoulder with another double. He would put both spike stingers into him, right? Everyone else would be fighting. The people who'd go through would go through and do their thing, right? Nejire, Ochako Araka, Tsuyu, and Ryuku. Well, Ryuku would help Midoriya, right? As the other three would start taking out like the other villains, right? Midoriya would say, "Wow, that's so cool. You can like what? Wow, that's like what? I thought like dragons were myths, man. I thought like dragon quirks were like myths, like or I thought they were real. I mean, given I saw you once, so I guess I mean like transformation quirks are like a lot of things. But anyways, I thought like quirks where you get like the you don't just transform into a dragon, but you get like dragon powers. That'd be cool. I wish. Okay, here's the thing. Out of character. The polls only go up till next week, and then the new polls will be up. Uh, I've been considering which I've been considering which ideas of mine I want to add to the Midoriya like list. The more than two, I want to put four again. So the ideas so far for the polls are Red Hood Deku, or a quirk Deku, which is a Lucario like ability, right? And then a mystery, and then one that I'll be just like naming. Okay, a mystery is what it sounds like. Okay, and it will be turned into the next. If the mystery gets chose, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, not really, but like it's cool. As for the Asta one, I just had the two ideas. I might put a third. Honestly, I probably will put a third. Just because I want to, but I'll have to think of it. So yeah. Anyways, let's get back into it. Just wanted to say that the polls were up, and then I just went blabbering on. So as things would go, They eventually, the big guys, I don't remember his name. I call him Big Guy. Big Guy's arms would go numb because of Midoriya's, well, chosen poison. He has two types, one lethal, one non lethal. He uses the non lethal uh, into later on. But, anyways, uh, right. So, as things would go on, Midoriya would help with the other smaller ones, right? And then out of the ground, Overhaul would shoot out, trying to escape. Midoriya would say, "Oh, that must be the main man." He would shoot the web up, as he would end up in the air with Overhaul. As Overhaul would turn around, he would see the bigger guy still laying down. He would shoot down to the ground, uh, merging with him, as he would say, "You heroes will not win," as he would swipe at Midoriya. Midoriya would dodge, climb up on his arm as he would run, as multiple minier, smaller arms would start to try to grab him, which one would, and another, until eventually the other big hand would just swat him down. But as he would be falling, he would web back up, as he would say, "Oh god, that hurt. But you're going down, no matter what. Even that means you would die." As he would web up higher, he would start running up that arm again, being more careful this time, even webbing, like off of the, jumping off the arm, webbing back up to side, right? As he would start to get higher, closer to Overhaul, he would look backwards to see heroes, well, multiple people coming out of the hole that was made by Overhaul. Multiple, uh, right? He would just, he just sees that they're mostly okay. He sees most people. But, anyways, he would start to web up again when a arm would grab him again and then just throw him as well. Overhaul would grab him and then throw him as hard as he could to the ground. He would crash into the ground, but yet he would be moving straight after. He's not done yet. As he would also yell out, "I'm not done yet. You gotta, if you want me to stop, go ahead and end me." As he would web back up straight to face with Overhaul, right? And then he would yell out, "Deadline!" As he would shoot a web at Overhaul. It would hit Overhaul's main body. That web would be covered in Midoriya's or Izuku's lethal poison. It would start to cover Overhaul, like main body, like him actually. It would start to cover him. As the last effort of Overhaul, he would just slap Midori Izuku back to the ground. He would, as Midori would fall, he would fall to the ground, hitting the ground. The massive crater, dust would billow, but Overhaul would say, "No, it can't in here. It can't. It can't in here. No, no, no. What is this? Get off of me." As he would start to try to rip off the web covered in poison, but the poison was already, or venom actually, it was like injected into him. So I don't, it's whatever. It would start to go around into his entire body as the bigger guy would unmerge. He would fall to the ground, Uh, Overall, though, the longer appendages on the ground would start to deteriorate downwards, and after they would, overall would start to fall. Not able to use his quirk, or even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. His vision would start to go blurry anyways, and then he could feel that his breathing would become more labor, harder to breathe. Um, the funniest thing would be he would start to actively um, pee himself and poo poo himself just as a reaction of this poison. His bowels would just start moving as he would fall, as he would crash to the ground, unmoving ever. Well, not to move ever again. Midoriya would be laying there, unconscious or semi-unconscious. He would black out occasionally, but he would wake up. Uh, People would start to run over to him. Um, but currently, uh, Night Eye is the one hurt. But anyways, right? They would get Night Eye to someone, uh, right? Someone would go find Midoriya. Uh, you know what? No, uh, I was gonna say Rock Lock, but they didn't have any. Well, they would have. I just didn't go over it because I'm lazy. So Rock Lock, well, actually no, he would be down in the tunnels, right? Or unless he made it to that little tunnel, right? Maybe I don't know. He would made it because Tamaki got Miro out of there, right? I don't remember. It's been so long since I watched that season. Season 4 was a very good season, very great season actually. Um, but right, anyways, Midoriya would black out here and there. He would wake back up uh, until eventually someone would find him. Well, someone would got to him, picked him up, gone away, right? And then, yeah, Night Eye would sadly pass, right? Um, yeah. Uh, well, I guess that's where I'm gonna end it for today. Uh, yeah, I don't know what else to go over, uh, like at all. Uh, I just don't know what to go over. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Uh, Once again, uh, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you on the next one. Go follow me on socials. We anime. I'm not everywhere. I'm just other places. Uh, but you can find me. I don't post a lot, but you can find me there. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And if you have a what if idea or want to just talk with me, comment down below. I'll respond uh, the best I can. I'm not a good talker. Given this, I chose a weird profession, honestly. Especially since I'm not a good talker. I chose a weird one, honestly. But anyways, once again, thank you all for watching. I hope to see y'all next time. roll the dice, and yeah, bye.